Yo, what is going on, my friends? So yesterday I managed to beat the first encounter of the new raid, and I was rewarded with this thing, the Submission 900 RPM kinetic SMG, same archetype as Multi-Mac. Now this thing isn't on any databases yet, so I couldn't check all of the in-depth stats and anything like that. You see my role here. We had Overflow and Killing Wind, which is a really nice combination on an SMG. In PvP I was having up to 75 in the magazine, I believe. And it comes with an origin trait exclusive to all the new raid weapons. Soul Drinker, gain health based on the number of hits before reloading. And you think this is just a PvE perk, but it actually works in PvP as well, which is pretty cool. So, of course, this being a PvP channel, time to go into a game of PvP, and we went into a game of Rumble. Now, if my voice sounds a little bit weird, it is because I'm a little bit under the weather. I did test positive for the coronavirus the other day. I haven't been feeling too bad, but at the same time, you can probably hear it in my voice a little bit. And yeah. So that out of the way, we are ready to absolutely pwn some people. Absolutely pound them into submission with the submission. Now that pun right there, the purpose of that pun is for you to like this video. It's a simple exchange, my friends. Now, like I said, this thing isn't in any databases right now. LightGG, D2 Gunsmith aren't showing it yet. It's classified on Destiny Item Manager still, like a lot of raid weapons are. So we don't know the zoom and the aim assist, but I can tell you it doesn't have as much range as something like a high range roll on a Multi-Mac, but it does feel good to shoot. That it definitely does. It was giving me a really weird feeling of having tapped the trigger. Maybe it's like an intrinsic, but it felt very, very accurate on my initial few shots, and then that made the rest of my shots pretty easy to follow up with. And obviously, we're also rocking Peacekeepers here on my Titan, so we're decking this out as much as we possibly can. Now that little health perk, you might not notice it, but it will kick in at certain times, and it can actually be very, very useful even in PvP. Now, it didn't seem to be a huge bump to my health. Obviously, I think it depends on how many hits you get, but it did come in handy a couple of times. Like just there, I'm in the middle of a fight, give myself a little bump. I don't know, maybe like 30 HP, whatever it was. And who's gonna say no to that? It's really convenient and nice. I mean, you're constantly reloading your weapon and you're constantly hitting people with bullets in your weapon. So, why not, I say? Why not? It actually feels really good. And, when you're using something like Peacekeepers on a Titan, you're not necessarily running something that's going to get your health back. This actually works kind of nice. It felt good. The effective range definitely felt more in traditional SMG vibes to me, though. But it felt so powerful in those ranges. I was just dropping people before they could, get close and make me trade with a shotgun or whatever else they might be using. It felt pretty powerful, and the look and the sound as well are top tier. I'm sure you'll agree. The sight is looking very clean too, and overall I'm pretty happy with this thing. I wonder what other rolls you can get. I do want to say I got a pretty good roll. I think obviously my magazine perk wasn't the best, but I had a range master work, and then Overflow and Killing Wind is quite something. Now obviously Overflow doesn't really synergize too well with Soul Drinker in a sense that it doesn't let you reload, but then it does have good synergy with the Soul Drinker perk in the sense that Overflow is going to allow you to get way more hits in than you would, without having to reload. So technically you could store a bunch of damage and then reload. It doesn't seem to matter either, how long after making those hits that you reload the gun. So in theory, I don't know, maybe if you're using like the Peacekeepers like I am, you could just store up hit after hit and never reload. And then when you finally reload, it could give you a huge bump to your health, because it definitely does seem to give you the more health, the more hits you get. Obviously in PvP though, like I'm reloading constantly if I don't have Overflow active, so I wasn't really storing it up. I think there's potential there. And obviously I think this perk will be way more effective in PvE, because obviously, you're going to be shredding through a lot of ads and allowing you to heal in crucial moments. There's a cheeky rerun for our first game that is not too bad at all. I did end up blowing myself up with Gali at the end though for the cheeky trade, because why not, Why not, my friends? But yeah, the Soul Drinker is feeling really good. I felt like that lobby was a little bit easier, so I wanted to find at least one more lobby, see if we could get something of a bit more of a challenge in here with the submission, because I don't want to just use that one game and then be convinced it's the best thing ever. I don't know how sweaty or competitive this SMG will be. It felt fantastic for me in every Rumble game I played. I played quite a few games of Rumble, and it felt great in all of them, to be honest. And the only thing obviously is the range. It definitely doesn't seem to be like a super high zoom. I can't say for sure, but you can see here on this AFK guy, I got a cheeky little bit of range test in there, and you can see like it gets fall off really fast. That being said, I don't have, you know, things that could give you even more range, like maybe if I had Accuraz rounds as well. That being said, I did have Hammer Forged and I had a range masterwork, so you know, we could get 9 more range on this thing, maybe even a little bit more range if I had full bore. But realistically, you're not going to get way more range on this weapon than what I already have. And yeah, I don't think we can be looking at this thing as a multi-mac replacement. Probably not. But it's a very unique weapon, you know. It's nothing like this. You know, put multi-mac to the side for a second. This thing's so unique in terms of the aesthetics, the sight, sounds, Soul Drinker perk. You know, there's a lot going on here to interest not just PvE players, but PvP players as well, I hope. And obviously, I'm a PvP guy, and I took my PvE loot into PvP, and as you can see, I'm having a good time. And there's that 74 in the mag with overflow. This is really nice in terms of the way it stacks with Killing Wind, because you have so many bullets that once you kill the first guy, you don't need to worry about reloading, because overflow is giving you 10 billion bullets in your mag. And it's really nice to just allow you to get into a flow with Killing Wind, just shredding people and moving on to the next target. And that was an unfortunate trade with Risk Runner. Bruh, that's when you know I'm not at my best. A little bit heavy there. I think we're going to pull that in a second. That guy's AFK. And those AFK Guardians giving me a little brief moment to test the gun's range. And again, yeah, I am on controller, so maybe it'll feel a little bit more rangy on mouse and keyboard. But obviously, if you're on controller, you know, your range is heavily influenced by aim assist. So the further away someone is, less aim assist you feel, and the less accurate and consistent you're going to be at range. So yeah, it definitely isn't a sniper SMG by any means. You can even see there struggling a little bit. Then I got a little bit of a health bump from Soul Drinker though, which is pretty cool. I really like this Soul Drinker. It's like a mini Devour on your gun. It's pretty cool. Pretty damn cool. This guy spawned up and Killing Wind. So good. Killing Wind overflow. Dirty combination. My RNG blessed me, man. You know, we struggled for like 4 hours to beat that first encounter in the raid. And once we beat it, I was really happy that I actually got something really, really solid in this bad boy, the submission. Take a look at it. Come here. Really shredding them. This thing is no joke, my friends. So, guys, call it to finish this thing off. What do you guys think of this weapon? The gameplay been good? You enjoyed the video? If you have, don't forget to leave a like. Most of all, just let me know in the comment section what your impressions are of the raid, of any loot that you've got, and what you think of the submission itself. I was pretty impressed, and I'll probably be using this thing more in the PvPs. So that's it from me, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.